Yes, ladies and gentlemen, with the weapons we already possess and those that we will possess, it means the end of Omega. I am about to send them an ultimatum, and that is my final word. I'll give them 24 hours to surrender to my government. Otherwise...
But you are perfectly well aware, General, they will never give up.
Then it's war, and I guarantee you I'll eat them in one bite.
Yes, the General will eat them up.
According to intelligence reports, their new heavy cruisers are now operational, and they are remarkable.
They're cruisers? Don't worry, all they've got is 4. Even our present Nautiluses will blow them out of the sky. But what we're waiting for, that's something else. The Eagles of Space, giants compared to these. Their new cruisers are like little chicks, tiny, tiny chicks.
Tiny, 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 teeny, weeny, tiny, little chicks.
Tell us about our mysterious allies who are furnishing weapons, will you, General?
Now that the great day is almost at hand, I see no reason not to satisfy your curiosity. Our allies are located in the nebula MGC 6188 in the southern region of Scorpio. Their capital is Yama. That's where they manufacture our wonderful weapons, and they will go on supplying us for as long as we tell them.
And naturally, they are humans.
No, not exactly. I wouldn't actually say that.
What then?
They are... They're machines, robots, that's what they are. Why not? They're ruled by the great computer. And now the council, who spent some time there on mission, will tell you.
They're extraordinary. Such power, such attention to detail. Highest technology. It's inhuman. Yes, quite so inhuman. May I say it was a very lucky day for Cassiopeia when they agreed to be on our side. We're lucky with weapons like the ones they're making for us. Tomorrow, the universe!
Distinguished Consul, if this power is as you describe it, what assurance have you that they will continue on our side?
Always a joker, aren't you, Professor? Can't you understand? The computer in command was originally programmed by a man, and as such is always faithful to man.
All right, now we vote on the ultimatum to Omega.
But the Omegans are human as we are. It's ridiculous for us to go to war with them.
6 votes plus mine, that counts double. Resolution adopted. Send this ultimatum to Omega at once and make sure they understand. I want their answer within 24 hours. Go on, take it. Now, maybe you'd like to know. Here's my plan. Once we take Omega, we go after the ones on Yama. Yeah, but one fish to fry at a time. I got all kinds of good ideas. What's that? Who said you could bother me?
General, a message from the great computer. Ultra urgent.
Yeah? He announces the arrival of his giant cruisers, as agreed. Huh? What? Says who? An ultimatum, surrender unconditionally within 24 hours. How dare they? That's what they want. That's what they'll get. I declare general mobilization. They're all going to see. Grouchy won't take this.
General, will you please explain clearly what the situation is and let any decision be brought to a vote before declaring anything?
General, withdraw the ultimatum to Omega and ask them to come and fight on our side.
The time always comes when the stupidest thinks he's the wisest, and he decides to use his brute power instead of using his brain power.
Why, this is mutiny! This is treason! Who's in command here? It's high time this was all sorted out, Chief.
Guards, arrest them! All of them! I alone take command of the state!
Good for you, Chief.
And as if the threat from Yama now hanging over the Confederation weren't enough, now we have just received a curtly worded ultimatum from Cassiopeia. To brief you, gentlemen, I will call on the chief of our intergalactic force, Colonel Pierre.
Against Yama, strategically speaking, we have clearly no possible chance of success. Against Cassiopeia, our new heavy cruisers could probably come out on top, though outnumbered.
We are surely all in agreement on Cassiopeia. Yes, but trying to wage a war on two fronts, that seems to me a folly in the extreme.
Yes, why not offer to join the general as allies against Yama?
I had the same idea, but as long as he thinks Yama is his ally, he will certainly refuse any such alliance.
Very serious news has just reached us. The great computer has just delivered an ultimatum to General Groucho.
Yes, just as he told us he would.
Well, then he would accept our alliance.
He has no choice now. He has to accept. And together we would at least have a chance.
Oh, not much of a chance now.
Why don't we impose one condition, that Cassiopeia rejoin the Confederation, and then we can go to their assistance.
Very well. Am I right in assuming that the Colonel's proposition is accepted unanimously?
Rejoin their confederation now that I am sole ruler? Never!
Never! Anyway, for all the good the Confederation can do us, who cares?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and I'll grind up both of them. Computer, Yama, Omega, and all. I am the greatest. I will smash them.
Smash 'em! Like you say, Chief.
Our fleet is approaching, General. The first vessels are joining formation.
Now you know your orders. You are to fire without warning at anything that moves in the sky. Any Omega ship is a legitimate target.
Unless you change your decision, I will order our fighter craft to open fire without warning. Well, that's his answer. It's senseless.
And there goes humanity's last chance.
He's bluffing, no doubt, but what do we do? Help him anyway?
I see no reason to risk the destruction of our ships under the circumstances. They will be needed for the real fight.
What do we do then?
I'm largely in agreement with Professor Bighead. We have to go to his assistance despite his conduct. His fight is our fight.
Why not send out a few little ships?
We should create a diversion and distract them since our forces are not adequate.
In any case, we should have observation units in position. We must have up-to-the-minute intelligence reports to judge the situation.
Here's what I suggest. A couple of light craft hummingbirds as distraction. And we'll have a light destroyer as observation post some distance away to come to their assistance if necessary. You are the only crew who's had any direct experience with the enemy. You know how they react. That is why we call on you. Well, Captain.
I'm in total agreement with your decision, Colonel, and we have a score to settle with them. But for my plan to work, I'll need 2 more crew members. I'd like them. 1 hummingbird will do. Now, here's what I suggest. We approach the enemy, and we try to penetrate their fortifications.
Stand by, fire without warning, and shoot to kill. Now, off you go. What's this? Losses as great as that?
Cassiopeians, you haven't a chance. Give yourselves up. Why fight it?
Put the General on, quick! Bad news, General. More than half of our forces engaged so far have been destroyed. And I have just received the following message.
You haven't a chance. Give yourselves up. Why fight it?
What? We give up? Never, you understand? Never! Send in the other units. Go ahead, show them who we are. Go on.
Yeah, show them who we are!
As you ordered, General. Forward third line of cruisers, engage the enemy.
Funny, us being here again side by side, in this little crate just like the old days. Don't you think so?
Yes, it's true. But our mission isn't very funny. Maybe we shouldn't think about it too much. Things don't go just right. There's a good chance that this will be the last act of the movie.
Sure, we've seen worse. Remember those whatchamacallits, the Saurians on the Green Planet?
Now, that was a school picnic compared to this one.
And the rocket bomb headed for Earth.
This is the commander. Here's where we have to leave you. We'll be making contact soon.
Good luck. All our thoughts are with you.
All right, I'll go over the whole thing again. Every detail counts. Here goes. The basis of my idea is that they wouldn't be programmed to notice our entry. So the main problem is physically getting inside.
And also getting outside again so we live to tell the tale.
If I see them opening it, I record the code. In a word, I make the whole thing work just like a charm as usual.
Yes, that's true, Retro. You're great.
Ah, yes, it all recalls the Trojan horse in Greek days. You recall that in antiquity there was a Trojan. Yes, well, all right, culture can wait, as always.
The only trouble now is we won't be able to choose our target. We have to follow them. Follow their instructions and do what they say. Now let's go over it again.
General, so far our losses in engaging the enemy are 80%. What do we do?
Their losses are great as well. They're losing their ships too, and we still have our best ones in reserve. My Nautiluses. Send them in.
Yes, sir. Of course, General. But in fact, sir, the enemy...
They will all die. Victory in the name of our glorious Cassiopeia and your general. You will win.
In the name of our glorious Cassiopeia and our general, we will win, as you say.
The enemy fleet. Stand by, ready for action. Combat stations. Go ahead, start us off.
Okay, this is Bluebird transmitting a message for the forces of Yama. Message for Yama. Do you read me? I repeat, this is Bluebird from Omega transmitting to Yama.
Admit that you have no chance of winning. Your logical choice is to surrender. Any other choice will result in destruction.
Stand by. First line, Nautilus, ready to engage the enemy. Forward in the name of Cassiopeia.
Message to forces of Yama. Hey, I hate to say it, Pierrot, but I have a hunch that your idea isn't gonna work.
It has to work, otherwise there's...
They must have set some of their top specialists in motion, their high-grade technicians, to analyze the voice patterns in the message. Where this ship has come from. No doubt make deep space probes to know if we're alone. Unless it's all a trap. Who knows what's going on?
This is Yama Battle Force. We have received your message. What do you want?
This is Bluebird from Omega. We have an important message, vital information. It is imperative that we talk to your leader.
What sort of information is it? We will receive this information. Go ahead.
No, it's top secret, priority message. We request permission to take refuge with you. It is likely that we were followed. This is urgent.
Very well. Follow our instructions. One of our spacecraft will escort you.
our ships destroyed, and not one hit by any of them. What do we do now?
The general said fight to the end, so we fight to the end.
Admiral, it's not war anymore. It's pure suicide. Our magnificent ships, all our men, Admiral.
Orders are orders, Commodore. Second line of Nautilus ready to engage the enemy. In the name of Cassiopeia.
Two plus 2, 4. Now then, 6 minus 4, it leaves 2. Ooh, cuckoo! Oh no! The way is clear, you can come. But there are 2 more inside. No doubt in the cockpit. Now, if you would like my opinion, be rather careful. Don't make any noise, and naturally. Warden Psyche. Not a bad job, eh? What do you say?
They're gone.
Vaporized. Now it's now our turn, sir.
This is the great computer. It appears that your stupidity knows no limits. You will not accept facts staring you in the face. You force us to this final action. This will be our last message. Either you surrender within 1 hour, or we will vaporize Cassiopeia itself, the entire planet.
I'm beginning to have my doubts about the general.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not.
Our rockets and torpedoes, thousands of them.
You didn't seriously believe I would make a mistake in bringing you here, did you?
30 minutes. You think we can do it in that time? When it explodes, we better be out a good distance away.
Yeah.
Well, here goes. Now let's find the main computer.
Yes, General, that's what he said. Either you surrender, or we will vaporize Cassiopeia itself. What kind of forces you got left? Not even a tenth of our fleet, General. Total disaster. All our ships destroyed, and they're going to blow up our dear planet? It doesn't leave us much room for maneuver. We got no choice. We got to surrender. Well, when you got to, you got to. Tell them I surrender.
Spaceship brain. It took us 7 minutes to get this far, right? I'll set it for 20 minutes. Okay, they won't trouble us, but it gives us only a margin of 3 minutes. What do you say? Okay, now we have to find them again. Let's go!
Let's try this one.
We're losing too much time this way, Metro. Let's go! Faster!
Now, look, I can't work miracles.
Vaporized. Vaporized as if the Nautiluses never existed. By the dozens. Colonel, it's truly extraordinary. It's beyond belief. It's just as you reported, Colonel. They are invincible.
And our children? Any news of them from that?
None, Colonel. I haven't heard anything since they contacted the enemy.
Well, we appreciate your bringing us this information, but was it as important as all that?
Don't you realize how important it is? I tell you, Omega won't accept any of your conditions, and they are arming with secret weapons right now.
What about us? We don't want to die for Omega. We're young, we want to live and have
our own future. Phew, phew.
Very well, I'll request instructions on your case. In the meantime, you are to wait here.
On the contrary, you'll kindly follow us, if you please.
That's right, and make it quick.
Commander Herring on Nautilus 23. Admiral, do you see this star? It's extraordinary, Admiral. What do? Do we fire on it?
No. Are you crazy? No, don't try to fire on it. No, don't.
In case you didn't notice, there's another one.
Our time limit has expired. What is your answer?
We accept. Refuse. No, we surrender.
Unconditionally?
Unconditional.
Very well. Inform the General we are sending units to Cassiopeia to govern the planet. We will also send units to take command of your ships.
Only 7 minutes more before the computer blows up and blocks all the exits.
Engines ready to fire. The spaceship is ready for launching, Captain.
This is it. Is everybody on board ready?
Roger.
Roger.
Okay, let's go, Metro. Come on, Metro, let's go!
No. A little calm, young man. I have a slight difficulty here. I know that I recorded and stored the data. 422371. On the other hand, 423271. And again, 432217. The permutations are a bore. Now let's start all over again.
Metro, we have 3 minutes before this whole thing blows up. Let's go!
Such a tone of voice. I'm doing my best. I could try 42317 or 43217. It isn't all that difficult, surely.
Metro, 2 minutes!
It looks like all Cassiopeian force is broken. Good news for anyone who survives this.
We're here in the first line of attack. What about the children?
Nothing, Colonel. And all combat has ceased. I'm afraid we may have to consider them as lost.
Of course, 43271. It had to be that. I must have Maestro check my memory banks. It's very annoying to take so long. It's such a simple job. And I ask you, who is always forgotten?